I have vomited more times than I've ever vomited in my entire life.
The engine just quit, and sure enough, we're out of fuel.
Incredible. So today is day 3, I guess.
No.
We left on Tuesday night about 11 o'clock. It is now Friday morning, 7:30? No, 8 o'clock.
9 o'clock.
9 o'clock. And we didn't do any filming until now. It's been a little tough. I have vomited more times than I've ever vomited in my entire life. My body has made noises while vomiting that I've never heard my body make. It was,
I thought you were calling dinosaurs.
No, it hurts. I think we saw some 20-footers. What do you think, babe?
I don't know, they were massive.
I think we solidly saw 12 to 14s and then occasionally some bigger ones than that. And it was very wet, like lots of water over the side. Lots of water in my britches.
So like, some of the waves were big enough that when you're in the bottom, it's like looking up and you can't see very much daylight. And they were close together too. I remember one group of 3 came and they were all solidly big waves. And I didn't throw up though.
He hasn't been sick at all.
I ain't even been nauseous, babe.
And I'm real mad about that.
I was actually having a good time, except for I didn't like watching you go through all the pain. And then I made a boo-boo this morning. Attacked, unintentional, and without warning. So we were close haul, right at the wind, and the wind vane was fighting to like hold us right at that. So note to self, should have sheeted everything in and before I undid the tiller. When I undid the tiller,
I went out of the pilot's berth real fast.
Yeah.
And into the table.
Yeah, it was terrible. Yeah, everything that was on the starboard side of the boat went leaping over to the port side. And the only thing left to fall that hadn't already fallen to the floor was Captain Nicole.
I haven't actually like surveyed the damage, but I'm having a hard time moving around. I can take full breaths and everything, so I don't have like a punctured lung or I don't think anything's broken, but minimum pretty bad bruising. I'm real sore. So yeah, one of the clasps on our
lead cloth.
What's it called? Lead cloth broke, and we did not fix it right away. We should have fixed it right away, like right away. We did not do that. You've been like single-handing because I haven't been able to move. You've been doing all the cooking. You've been doing all the tending of the sails. You've been doing everything, and I've been laying here just trying not to puke my guts out.
Well,
I feel better today though. I think we probably got 4 more days. At least, hopefully, we'll be in there Monday-ish.
So,
and we're supposed to get a really calm section here overnight tonight. So we're planning to probably have to motor sail tonight to keep our eastward motion, but we'll see how it goes. If you're wondering what that creaking sound is, there's Moni. She's been doing all the hard work because, man, tiller steering in big seas is this big muscle work, and we don't have to do it.
Moni takes care of it.
It's pretty awesome. And the most important update, Liberty's out here for the third time on her little potty pad. James actually peed on that a little bit this morning trying to entice her, but she is past the 48-hour mark and still will not pee. She's eating her breakfast, she's drinking tons of water, she will not pee. I think today at some point is going to be the day.
You're gonna pee. You're gonna go pee-pee.
I even tried squishing on her bladder a little. Didn't work.
Halfway there, 368 miles left. We've been motoring since last night about midnight. The wind just completely died. We had nothing, and we knew that was going to happen at some point for it looked like about a period of 12 hours. So we'll see if that holds true, if it's really 12 hours or not. Hopefully that means that we have some wind pulling back in sometime before noon today, and we can turn the motor off and sail again. So that's what we're hoping for. And in the meantime, Liberty's back at her life jacket. We didn't make her wear her life jacket because we wanted her to pee. We thought it was more important to pee than it was to stay floating. We just kept her down in the cockpit instead of up on deck whenever she was out here. So, but it's a good start to day 4. This dog held it for 80 hours. The veterinarians and everyone that we talked to were like, just don't worry about it. She hasn't been on the boat before, but she'll figure it out. And she's not going to hold it so long that she hurts herself. And we said, we waited 24 hours before, and they said, well, you got to wait 48. 48 is the magic number. This dog waited 80 hours. 80 hours. It's insane. Best pee of her life. And now my lovely husband's fixing me some oatmeal.
Cold porridge, my dear.
Thank you so much.
You're welcome.
Let's see where it is.
It's right here.
It's under that other line. Oh, I see it now.
Baby!
It's so pretty. Oh my gosh, it's so pretty.
It's beautiful.
All right, so I need to go get the gaff.
No, I'm trying to lift it over. If we lose it, we lose it.
Oh, it's so pretty. You did it.
You did it.
I didn't do
I
it.
happened to be in the shower.
So it's about 7:30 at night, Saturday night. We just had a little hiccup, so I wanted to bring you up to speed here. James went to go take a nap. I was up on deck steering. We're hand steering because we're motoring right now. There's absolutely no wind still. So the engine just quit. So we checked the obvious stuff, and sure enough, we're out of fuel. So that first tank holds 40 gallons. We ran for right at 20 hours. The trials that we've done before, we ran 10 hours at 2,800 RPM, and we burned 10 gallons. And then a separate trial, we ran 9 hours at 3,300 RPM, and we still burned about 10 gallons. So we've been basing everything on roughly a gallon an hour. and that is almost 2 gallons an hour. So we're not really sure why that is. Bottom line is, we cannot motor the rest of the way like we had talked about doing because there's just no wind. So what we may have to do is just kind of do what sailors do and bob around out there and wait for the wind. And it's going to take us longer to get there, but we're going to conserve that fuel because we definitely want to have the fuel available to us when it's time to get in a channel. We did look at charts real quick and looked at, the potential for going a different direction. Unfortunately, we're still about 300 miles from anywhere. Like if we were to go due east to Florida, if we were to try to go straight to Key West, Drive Tortugas was our original destination, and there are no supplies there. There's no way to fill fuel tanks or anything like that. But it is the closest based on our path up till now and our trajectory. So I think right now we're planning to still continue with that plan. We're going to run the motor overnight, and then hopefully we'll be to a place based on windy and predict wind where we'll have a little bit better wind by 7 or 8 o'clock in the morning. And then hopefully we'll be able to do some sailing at that point, and then go from there. And like I said, it might be slow going for a few days, but everyone's safe. We have plenty of food, we have plenty of water, so this is not an emergency. We can just adapt. So that's our plan. Stay tuned. Okay, so this morning the plan is to figure out what the wind is doing right now. It's doing nothing. I don't know if you can tell, but it's like not even a ripple. We got nothing. So we're dealing with some current, and we're trying to make it across that current to where the wind is hopefully going to fill in this afternoon. But it looks like we may be just kind of bobbing around for most of the day today, and then it filling in this afternoon around, what did you say, 3?
3 or
4 o'clock. We're not going to run the engine anymore unless we absolutely have to, and if that means we have to just bob around and wait for the wind, then that's what we're going to have to do.
Which strikes me as odd because we figured our fuel range 3 separate times.
Yeah.
I don't know how we missed it by your number.
Yeah, I don't know either. Alright, we got 8 o'clock a.m. That's the 12 hours we said we were going to motor on this tank. So it's time to shut her down. And there's still no wind. Here we go. It's time for a whole lot of boat chores, I think.
Are we moving still?
I think we're still just coasting. We got 0.9 knots, 0.6, 0.4. I'm sensing a pattern. .2.
Huh?
0.1. Does it still count as moving?
In which direction?
The wrong way.
Oh, cool.
Yeah. I think we just tie the tiller and accept our fate, huh? We have a stowaway.
He's no longer with us. He's no longer taking breath. And to the deep we go.
All right, check in. It is 2:40 Sunday afternoon, and we are trying to make a plan because we have sat here and not been able to make any eastward motion at all. The there's just no wind, and there's not forecasted to be any wind. We're like in the doldrums of the Gulf. So, and we're also in this like donut of current that is pushing us southwest, pushing us southwest, which is obviously not ideal. So our newest game plan is, let's use the fuel that we have. We're gonna run straight across this current and try and get out of it. And then as soon as we get out of that, which should be about 15 hours from now, about 5-6 o'clock in the morning, then shut the engine down again and try to sail. We're starting to think that maybe that first tank wasn't all the way full and we thought it was. Second tank, we just put a dipstick in it and it's still mostly full after running for 12 hours. So that's more consistent with what we expected. We expected a 40-gallon tank should run for 40 hours. We've run at 12. And it looks like we're in really good shape, better than what we expected. We thought, you know, we were going to be like less than half, and that's not what it looks like. So we're going to go ahead and turn the engine on, motor across that current. It's about 75 miles, so it'll
straight
take us
towards Cuba from here.
Yeah, straight towards Cuba. So then we have a couple of options after that. When we get through that, if we can sail and we can make it work to get to Dry Tortugas or Key West, we will do that. If not, Mexico's an option. If not, to keep on booking towards Cuba, and then the Gulf Stream comes up right there, and we can ride that to Key West. So that may be option 3. We'll see. So it was at this point that we were starting to have some real conversations about, okay, what are our options? And we decided, first of all, we needed to pray. And so we sat in the cockpit and we just prayed. We prayed for wisdom, we prayed for guidance, and we prayed for, you know, an answer to present itself.
Some diesel.
Some diesel. Prayed for some diesel. Prayed for some way to get through that current and get heading in the right direction. It had been 6 days and we really hadn't seen anyone within shouting distance. Everything had been like really far away, just barely make out, oh, there's a ship way over there, or there's a light way over there, like at night.
We prayed. And then right after that, a tanker came very much within VHF range. Closest I've seen a ship at all.
The whole time.
On the whole trip. And we discussed back and forth, could they get us fuel? There was a whole long conversation about this. And then, right after that, I said, but looky there. A sport boat coming up on our port stern. That's enough fuel to get 10-4, understand? Yeah, wait, you get ahead of us, and then drop the cans, and then we'll slow down and pick them up. Yes, sir. What's your name, sir? What's the name of the boat?
Yeah, I haven't been behind it much. Seen it.
What's your name or the boat's name, sir? Party's over? I heard party's over.
Ladies only.
Lady Zelda. Yes, sir.
Ladies only.
Why do you sound so much different? Too close? We were in Seabrook for years, and then we've been working on this boat. Got it all together, moved it to Galveston so we could shove off this year. We'll go ahead and tie off. There's a swivel snap on the end. Uh-oh.
Oh my gosh, even handed? Babe, I can't get it.
I got it. Here, I got it. I got it.
Okay. Thank you. Oh my gosh.
Oh my gosh, you're alive.
God bless you. Thank you so much.
Next ball, man.
Bye-bye. Okay, we're more.
It's Lady Zelda.
Lady Zelda. So we always find ourselves saying like, oh my gosh, that's so crazy that happened. And most of the time, it's God working, but we don't have words for it. And so we just go like, oh, that's so crazy. But he was able to give us 15 gallons. All we had was 3 empty jerry cans to throw. We didn't think we'd get more than that back up. So we threw him 3 empty jerry cans. He gave us 15 gallons of fuel, which is exactly enough to motor 75 miles, which is the width of that current that we needed to cross. That's crazy.
God's good all the time. That's for sure.
And then we got through that current and put the sails up.
And sailed.
And sailed. We didn't turn the engine back on until we hit the channel at the Tri-Tortugas.
In fact, we had... It's like, I didn't think about that really till now, but like, y'all pray for fuel. Here's your fuel.
Yeah. Why didn't you just ask for wind?
Why didn't you just have to be a lot easier?
Alright, see if she'll fix it. Been running about 120. We dipped up to 99. Moaning, moaning.
Moaning, moaning. Come on.
There she goes.
Yep. Flying fish.
Where?
Right there. Oops. See the splash? That was a big one.
So, twice now, I have wanted to see a flying fish fall into the cockpit. And I kept saying that when we were in Mexico with Alex. And then I came off my watch, went to bed, had no idea that one had come on board during my watch, and I completely missed it, and it just lay there and died on the floor. And I could have been like inspecting it like I wanted to. And then, was that last night or 2 nights ago?
2 nights ago.
The same thing happened. We switched. I went down below, James came up, and there was one in the cockpit, and I completely... Or it was in the cockpit, or was it over there?
No, it was on deck.
On deck. And so, yeah, so that's the one we found was all dried up. So again, too late to inspect it in its living form. It's gonna happen.
Looks like a mullet with big old fins.
They're just so weird. Like, the way they can just coast for so long. It's like a... What do they call it?
Wings.
Like wing and ground.
That's exactly what they're doing.
It's almost like they have wings.
Like a flying fish.
They're flying.
It's almost like a flying fish, isn't it?
But
I like it when the big ones use their tail to keep
when they
going.
do that, they're actually flapping their wings, right?
No.
They're not?
They're using like wig motion. But they do skip their tails sometimes and get some more.
So strange. So strange.
I don't think they're flapping their fins. I think they cup their fins.
But they hear this, you can hear the buzzing sound, like almost like an insect.
It's a tail.
Oh, it is?
I think. I don't know. I have to look that up.
Comment below, how do flying fish do what they do? Well, we've had 3.5 days of nothing but hand steering. 2 days of Moni to start with and really high winds. Then 3.5 days of nothing, absolutely dead air hand steering motoring. And now we're back to sailing. We're only making like 2 or 3 knots, but it's better than running the motor.
Yeah.
And we're going in the right direction.
Kind of.
So, good enough.
And no hand steer.
And no hand steer, oh my gosh.
Moni.
How sore are your hands and your wrists?
My hands are a little tired. 3 knots. Look, at 100.
Baby, that's good. Bam, look at that. 97 even. That's the way we want to go. We need to go pretty much just due east, which we have not been able to do for 4 days. Everything is very, very salty. Especially that guy.
Very salty.
Very salty.
My first marlin, baby. Oh, it's a blue marlin. You got to start the boat and the grill.
Oh my gosh.
It's still really strong.
Oh my gosh.
There. Catch and release.
Oh my gosh.
That fish is strong, baby.
How many miles left, babe?
67.
67 miles. But it's deceiving because 67 miles puts us getting in there right around 8 o'clock tonight in the dark. And we don't want to do that. So we've been talking today about just sort of taking it easy, going real slow, maybe even heave to and shower and clean up a bit, kill some time, and then keep going so that we end up coming in there just after daybreak, maybe like 6 a.m., 7 a.m. tomorrow. So yeah, we're just taking it slow. There's no way we can speed up and make it before dark tonight. So we got an extra 12 hours of darkness we gotta contend with. And that'll be nice. Thanksgiving morning, first light, making landfall. Anchors away. No wait, that means the other thing. Anchors away means pull them up.
Yeah.
We're leaving. So
Drop anchor.
And when I wake up, you look so pretty, sleeping next to me.
here's what we're working with. So here's where we want to go. Here's where we are. And we can't go straight there because that's straight into the wind. So we've been tacking back and forth. If we were to turn our motor on and go straight there, we're 57 miles away, which means it's travel time of 18 or 19 hours, which puts us there in the dark, which is what we're trying to avoid. So we're just kind of taking our time
We're going 5.1 knots, but we're only going 3.1 towards our actual waypoint, so we're only making that good, which is fine. So what we're gonna do is just kind of watch that tonight, and we're gonna sail for as long as we can until we kind of get a matchup where the distance equals the number of hours until daylight traveling by motor. So once we reach that point, then we'll just go ahead and turn the engine on and motor the rest of the way. But we're gonna go ahead and keep sailing and kind of killing time, and it's gorgeous out here, so we're not really in a hurry.
For lunch.
And yeah, James just got finished with our mahi lunch with blackened mahi and white rice and little crispy blackened crunchy pieces on top.
Yes.
Yes, it was absolutely delicious. Look at them! Oh my gosh! Oh! Baby, you're missing this! There's dolphins, they're jumping everywhere, there's hundreds of them! Oh my gosh! This is incredible! This is absolutely incredible! Baby! Hurry! Oh my god! Ah! Oh my god! Look at this! Look at them all!
Oh man!
Look at this!
They're everywhere!
They're everywhere! Woo! Oh, it's so beautiful! Oh my gosh!
Now we got big air! Woo! Woo! Come on, bud.
Hey, this is incredible! Oh my gosh!
1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Woo! Hey guys! Woo!
There's a little house on there and a little dock.
Like the video? Find us on Facebook, Instagram, and Patreon. And don't forget to hit that subscribe button to keep up with all of our adventures.
Let's do it.
I'm gonna freak out. What is it?
About 1,000-pound fish.
What?
Yeah, go check it out.